So this is part 2 of the 6th grade pre-AP chapter 4 test review. Part 1, we did problems 1 through 13. Part 2, we're going to start with number 14. Larry practiced basketball 20 times in 5 weeks. His brother practiced basketball 12 times in 21 days. Are the rates equivalent? So what I want to do on this one is set up a proportion. So I can see that the words being compared are times and what? Well, it's weeks here and it's days here. So that is a problem. I need these to be the same. So I can either change 21 days into weeks or I can change weeks into days. I'm going to change 21 days into weeks because that would give me a smaller number rather than multiply 5 times 7 and work with 35. All right, so 21 days, if there's 7 days in a week, then 21 days is actually 3 weeks. All right, so then I can do times to weeks, and then I'm going to set up boxes. All right, so 20 times, that's on top, 5 weeks is on bottom. For the brother, it's 12 times, and we changed days into weeks, so 3 weeks. So normally I'm solving a proportion and there's a number missing here. In this problem, I'm trying to decide, are they equivalent? All right, are they equal? Do they make a proportion? Well, one way to do that, there's a couple ways to do that. You can test their unit rates, or you could try scaling, but probably the simplest way is to test their cross products. So if you look at the numbers diagonally across from each other and multiply those, what you're hoping to find is that they have the same product. They're multiplying and giving you the same number. If they are, it's a proportion. If they don't, it's not. So let's try it. 20 times 3 would give me 60. 12 times 5, 10, carry 1, is also 60. Since these two numbers are equal, this is forming a proportion. So yes, it's a proportion. Yes, they're equivalent. If you have to explain why, you're going to say they have the same cross products. Or if you want to find the unit rates, you should find that they have the same unit rates. So that would be a reason to justify your answer or to explain your answer. Number 15, during a popcorn fundraiser, $288 was raised for selling 24 tins. The next day, $455 was raised for selling 35 tins. Are the rates equivalent? So we can do this one the same way. This time we're comparing dollars and tens. Set up your boxes. So it's 288 for 24 tens and 455 for 35 tens. To test to see if they're the same, again, I have a couple of options. I'm going to try cross products. I just like it. 288 times 35. 5 times 8 is 40, carry your 4. 5 times 8 is 40, plus 4 is 44. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 4 is 14. Start with a 0. 3 times 8 is 24, carry your 2. 3 times 8 is 24, plus 2 is 26, carry your 2. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. Add them up, 0, 8, 10, 10, 10,080. Okay, and then on the next one, I have, let's see, 455 times 24. So 5 times 4 is 20, carry your 2. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 2 is 22, carry your 2. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 2 is 18. Start with a 0. 2 times 5 is 10, carry your 1. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 1 is 11, carry your 1. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. Add them up, 0, 2, 9, and 10. So did we get the same answer? Nope, we didn't. So are they the same? Are they equivalent? Nope. Why not? Explain your reasoning. They have different cross products. No. This one, yes. All right, on number 16, the ratio of boys to girls in a class is 12 over 20. So boys to girls, 12 to 20. Which of the following is not an equivalent ratio? Okay, so we can do this a couple different ways. We can check to see if these all simplify to the same thing. If the ratios all simplify, have the same simplified ratio, then they're the same. So if I want to simplify 12 over 20, I need to divide it by 2. It gives me 6 over 10. Can you still simplify it? Yes. By what? By 2. And I simplify it, I get 3 over 5. All right. So now if I look at my choices, I want to know, do these simplify to 3 over 5 as well? So 6 over 10, divide by 2, I get 3 over 5. So were these the same? Yes, so this one's okay. I'm looking for not. So this one's not my answer. 3 over 5 is the same thing as 3 over 5, so this is also not my answer. 9 over 12, I'm going to try simplifying that. These are both divisible by 3. Gives me 3 over 4. Is that the same thing as 3 over 5? Nope. It looks like that might be the one, but just to double check, I'm going to check the last one. 15 over 25. These are both divisible by 5. 15 divided by 5 is 3. 25 divided by 5 is 5. Okay, did I get the same thing I got before, 3/5? Yes, I did. All right, so the one that doesn't work, the one that's not equivalent, would be C, because it doesn't simplify to the same fraction. In 17, it says Russ can type 6 pages in 1 minute. Write the ordered pairs, number of minutes, and number of pages typed for Russ typing 0, 1, 2, and 3 minutes. So I'm filling in this chart. I wanted to find the number of pages for 0, 1, 2, and 3 minutes. So if this is his rate, 6 pages in 1 minute, then in 0 minutes, he's not going to type anything. And then write that as an ordered pair. So X and then Y, 0, 0. 1 minute, 6 pages. So this would be 1, 6. In 2 minutes, all right? So 1 minute is 6, and 1 times 2, 6 times 2 would be 12. So 2 and 12. For 3, 1 times 3 is 3, 6 times 3 is 18. So this would be 3 and 18. Okay? So it's kind of like a ratio table, it's just going down instead of across this time. 18, Miriam is saving $2 each day for a new sweater. Use a graph to show the total amount saved for 1, 2, 3, or 4 days. So we can set up our own table. I can see down here the number of days, that's my X. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 are going to be my number of days, my X's. For 1 day, she saves $2, so that would be my Y, what she's saving here. So after 2 days, 1 times 2 is 2, so 2 times 2 is 4. After 3 days, 1 times 3 is 3, 2 times 3 is 6. After 4 days, 1 times 4, and 2 times 4 is 8. So these are my ordered pairs, 1, 2, 2, 4, 3, 6, 4, 8. So that's what I want to go back and graph. I go over to 1, up to 2, over to 2, up to 4, over to 3, up to 6, over to 4, up to 8. And just to double check myself, these points should always form a straight line. If they don't, then I probably did my math right. But proportional ratios are proportional, and they should form linear relationships, meaning they form a line. All right, on the last page, number 19, a recipe for brownies calls for 3 cups of flour for 24 brownies. Which decimal is equivalent to the ratio of flour to brownies? So again, I'm always paying attention to the words flour over brownies. And I go back. It's 3 over 24. All right, so I'm looking for a decimal. This is a fraction. I can simplify it. These are both divisible by 3. So 1 over 8, but that's still a fraction. To change a fraction to a decimal, I divide top in, bottom out. 8 won't go into 1, so add your decimal, bring it up, and a 0. 8 will go into 10 once. When I subtract, I get 2. I bring down another 0. 8 will go into 22 times. And subtract again and get 4. Bring down one more 0. 8 will go into 45 times. All right, so as a decimal, this is 0.125. As a fraction, simplified fraction, it was 1/8. Number 20, evaluate 1 1/8, divide it by 3/4. So this is a problem like when we did in the last chapter. If we're dividing fractions, you can remember the little rap. Dividing fractions, ain't no lie. Flip the second one and multiply. Or you can remember keep, change, flip. And regardless of whatever you use to remember, you have to change any mixed numbers or whole numbers into improper fractions first. So we can do that using around the world or Texas. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 1 is 9/8. Divide it by 3/4. Then keep, change, flip. So keep the 9/8. Change division to multiplication. Flip 3/4 to 4/3. That's the reciprocal. Then multiplying fractions, ain't no problem. Top times the top would be 36. Bottom times the bottom would be 24. All right, we still want to simplify this. This is improper. It's not a ratio, so I'm not going to leave it improper. I'm going to divide it. 36 and 24 out. It'll go one time. When I subtract, I get, oh, sorry, I didn't need to borrow. 6 minus 4 is 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. So this becomes my numerator because I'm working with fractions. My denominator is still 24. Can you simplify 12 over 24? Yes, they're both divisible by 2, but also by 12. So keep the whole number, 1. 12 divided by 12 is 1. 24 divided by 12 is 2. My answer is 1 1/2. And the last problem says, Amy goes bowling every month. She plays 2 rounds for $25.10. Amy wants to try and find a bowling alley that has better prices. Which bowling alley has the best package? All right, so when you're comparing the costs, you need to compare unit prices. Remember, unit is for 1. So if she can buy 2 rounds for $25.10, how much would 1 round be? Unit price, the price always goes on top. So I'm going to be dividing 25.10 by 2. I'll go into 2 once. It'll go into 5 2 times. Gives me 1. Bring up the decimal. Bring down the 1. 2 will go into 11 5 times. Bring down the 0. It'll go 5 times. All right. So what I'm trying to beat. Sorry. What I'm trying to beat is $12.55. That's what she has right now for 1 game, or per game. All right, so in this one, Bowl-O-Rama, $52.20 for 40. So I need to compare the unit price. So maybe dividing 4 to $52.20. The 4 will go into 5 once. When I subtract, I bring down the 2. 4 going to 12 3 times. Okay, bring up the decimal, bring down the 2. 4 won't go into 2, put your 0 there, and then you can bring down the last 0. 4 going to 25 times. All right, so this one is going to be $13.05 per game. Okay, which is not better than $12.55, so it's not going to be Bowl-O-Rama. Lacey's Lanes, I get $12.75 over 1. There's nothing to divide there. We already know the unit rate is $12.75 per game. Okay, if I'm trying to save money, that's not any cheaper, so it's not Lacey Lanes either. So for the next one, I have $37.68, sorry, over 3 games, 3 rounds. So divide 3 to $37.68. 3 will go into 3 once. Bring down the 7. 3 will go into 7 twice. 6, that's 1. Bring up the decimal, down the 6. 3 will go into 16 5 times. 5 times 3 is 15. Subtract, I get 1. Bring down the 8. 3 will go into 18, sorry. 3 will go into 18. 6 times. 6 times 8 is 18. All right. That's telling me this is $12.56 a game. That's pretty close. It's still more by a penny. All right, I hope it's the last one. Starting with 62.50 for 5 rounds. So I'm going to divide 5 to 62.50. So 5 will go into 6 once. Subtract, I get 1, bring down the 2. 5 will go into 12 2 times. 2 times 5 is 10. When I subtract, I get 2. Bring up the decimal, bring down the 5. 5 will go into 25 5 times. 5 times 20, or 5 is 25. And then I need to bring down that last 0. 5 will go into 0 times. And I'm done. So this last one, striker, is actually $12.50 per game for one game, or one round. So which bowling alley has the best package? It's going to be striker, because per game, it's the cheapest. All right, that ends the Pre-AP Chapter 4 test review. Good luck on your test.